Spirit Sports Consultants presents
Week 5 best bets on all game picks. This is our follow-up video to our original where we gave our game forecast. Now we've got the lines in play and we recommend best plays, best position. Let's jump right into the games with our Thursday night special, the Bears at the Commanders. We looked at a lot of statistics on this, and the Bears were actually looking fairly even with the Commanders in some of the statistics. But now with their injuries in the secondary and seeing what Sam Howell did last week, we have to give the Washington Commanders the edge here. We don't know that we like the line. The line is 5.5. We have them forecast to win by 10, but that 5 to 5.5 point line is kind of no man's land. So what we recommend for that position is to take the money line for the Commanders, which in this case I think negative 240. So take that for your play. Just a reminder to please subscribe to our channel. We do these weekly NFL pick videos. We do highlights. We're going to start doing the MLB playoffs as we're getting in October here. So join us for that. We'd appreciate it. Thank you. In our last video, we discussed how we went 5-1 on last week's NFL Best Bets. We're going to track them here. Our website, which is still under construction, but take a look at it at spiritsportsconsultants.com. We'll have our best bets on the main page, another link for all picks. So take a look. That way we can make updates to our picks. If we get some news, some line movements, some sudden shock like Deshaun's injury last week, we'll update the site. And now back to the games. We've got the Jags at the Bills, if you call it at, in London. Second of two London games for the Jags back to back. We're going to go with Buffalo here and convincing 31-17. We're not overreacting to what they did against the Dolphins. We think this is a solid team, perhaps the best team in the AFC. We're not impressed with the Jags. We saw that game in person against Kansas City. I think they've got a lot to work on. There is downside risk on the Bills here, having lost cornerback Tre'Davious White, truly dominant this year in their pass defense, and also the Travis who's going to London. Will that affect them? We still think the Bills here in a runaway. Texans at the Falcons. Full disclosure, I am a Texans fan, but have many rookies put out quite the impressive performance that C.J. Stroud has to start the season? We don't think so. And now with four really good receivers, Tank Dell and John Mechie added to the mix, we think the Texans' offense is superior. However, look at the Falcons' pass defense, top 5 in yards per attempt, top 5 in overall yardage. We think C.J. Stroud has an off game, and the Falcons come back to take it 20-14. Best play for this game, however, would be the under, because we think that C.J. Stroud is still better than Desmond Ridder. Take the under here. Panthers at the Lions at Ford Field. We think the Panthers, Bryce Young's continued to struggle, having a tough rookie year so far. But the Panthers' defense might surprise people. If you look at their passing defense specifically, it holds teams under 200 yards a game. We like the Lions in this one, 24-14. We think the home field edge is huge, but the defenses on both sides should be able to keep scoring down. So we're going to recommend the under 45 on this play. Next up, we have the Titans at the Colts. Always a tough matchup with these two. We like the statistic the Titans have won 5 straight against the spread. We also love their rush defense when you consider that Anthony Richardson is primarily a rushing quarterback, and Tennessee just destroys the run. So the best play for us here is Tennessee +2. If they come out with a better money line dog, take that, but for now, take the 2 points and Tennessee. Giants at the Dolphins. Let's give the Dolphins a mulligan with their game against the Bills. The Bills' pass defense is phenomenal, which is why we changed our position. We went with the over instead of the Dolphins -3 because the Bills' pass defense gave up less than 200 yards per game. We're going to go with the Dolphins here, 31-20, and a bounce-back game over the Giants. Saints at the Patriots. Now, the Saints have already cost us 2 best bet selections. We're not going to make them our pick here. We do feel that the depleted secondary from New England and then the great pass defense for the Saints gives us a low-scoring game. We like the Saints here, 21-14. We're not going to bet them. We're going to take the under 41 as we feel both secondaries are going to slow down scoring and you'll have a low-scoring game. Also, the weather forecast calls for winds at 15 miles an hour, supporting the under cause. Ravens at the Steelers. Now, the Steelers looked really bad last week against the Texans, but I don't really think we should count that against them. C.J. Stroud just had an unbelievable game, and the defense was really going full force on Battle Red Day, as they do. We think if both teams were fully healthy, the Ravens would win this one easily, but if you look at their injury report, it's like half the team. It's unbelievable. They do come into this game favored by 3.5, we think, due to Kenny Pickett's injury. Looks like he will play. We just think the home field edge is going to give the Steelers some motivation. We also think Tomlin got on them big time this week, and I think they'll be motivated to play. We like them as an underdog here. Watching the Bengals-Titans game again, what we could clearly see is that Joe Burrow could not push off with an injured calf, and that's why the Titans were able to shut them down with a fairly weak pass defense statistically. We think they do come back here in a narrow one, 21-20, but we like the Cardinals here as an underdog play, +4 at home. Josh Dobbs has been unbelievable. Take the Cards.
Eagles at the Rams. Coming into the 2023 season, we saw the Rams as the consummate underdog spoiler type team, and they've lived up to that. Matthew Stafford's having a great year. We're going to go with the Rams here in an upset. We love the Eagles. We thought they'd be stronger than what they've shown us so far. Concerned about that struggle against the Commanders. Kind of an ugly win. We're going to take the Rams here at home, 28-24. Jets and the Broncos, this is all the makings of an under. You've got a good offense going against a stout defense, mediocre offense against the poorest defense. I think it'll be low scoring. We're going to take Denver, the home team, 17-14 as Russell outplays Zach. Chiefs at the Vikings. This appears to us to be one of those games every year that the Chiefs lose that they should have won. We think the Vikings are still a mystery. Their turnover ratio is very, very negative. We wonder if that'll turn around. We're going to take the Chiefs here winning narrow, 31-28, but the underdog line plus 5.5 for the Vikings is our best play. And now for the featured matchup of the week, Cowboys at the 49ers. Clearly a playoff preview. We love both these teams. We would like the Cowboys more if they had Trayvon Diggs. His loss was huge, so we're going to go with San Francisco here, 27-17. We think the defense has really controlled this game. It's going to be low scoring, as we say, and that the 49ers run it. We're going to apply the primetime under rule here. We like the under 45. We also look at the Dallas defense. Unbelievable pass rush, high sack numbers. Should be able to contain Brock Purdy. Take the under. Packers at the Raiders, rematch of Super Bowl II. It's sad that I know that. We like Jordan Love here in a bounce-back game. We were impressed by Aiden O'Connell. He might be your Raiders starting quarterback of the future, but for this one, we think with the weapons coming back, you've got Watson and Aaron Jones back. We like the Packers here, 28-21. And a reminder, just please subscribe and set notifications to receive our updated Week 5 all game picks. We're going to have that completed Saturday evening once we see some injury news, line updates, things of that nature. Make sure you get the latest. We'll also put the link in there to our website so you can track this on your own.
That's all for this time. Thank you for joining. Please subscribe to our channel, and we look forward to sharing our future videos with you.